Yeah, yesterday some comment I got from the people. Maybe they are outside of our country too.
Uh, what comments did you get from them?
They are looking for more this more related videos soon. Maybe they are IS aspirants.
Yes, yes, yes. There's some students avoiding. Yes, I also have got this message. This is the thing.
Topics.
I think people are following us. People, students are following us. People are watching our videos, and
Top,
and now we
topic.
have only 230 subscribers. I think when we will have 1,000 subscribers, then yes, people should watch our videos for long hours. Watch
Yeah,
our
yeah.
rise, and our viewers and our subscribers will rise. But I think we'll have to work, and in 6 months, I think we can reach a position.
Exactly. Most of the student from outside of our country looking for English to English conversation more than our country. What is the reason? I don't know. They are curious, interested to watch this type of
In
conversation.
our country, this is a small country, and most of the students of our country are not career conscious. And say
Yeah,
we have 4 to 5 lakh students who are career conscious. But if you think of India, you'll get more than 1 crore. Yes, more than that. That means yes,
exactly,
crores of
exactly,
students are career conscious. Career conscious. So
exactly.
they watch this type of videos and they develop their skills. They go to foreign country, develop countries for career, for profession, and for this. That's why their audience is huge. Anyway, let's start questions about law enforcing agency, right?
Exactly.
Have you heard the name of the law enforcing agency?
Yes, I have heard the name of the law enforcement agency in our country.
Is physical fitness important for the members of law enforcing agency or for being a member of law enforcing agency?
Yes, yes, sir. I think physical fitness is important for the members of the law enforcement agency because they have to work a lot of time, and in the emergency situation, they give their more time, more effort, and tackle some challenging situation. So they need physical fitness a lot.
Do you think the duty of the members of law enforcing agency is different from that of other professionals?
Yes, I think so. It's a challenging work, and every day they face a new challenge, new scenario in their professional life.
Is it easy for the members of the law enforcing agency to leave the station?
No, no, it is not easy, sir. They cannot easily leave the station. Their requirement is different from other profession. They have to stay their station 24 hours for a new challenge, for new occurrence happen here and there. So they have some different criteria when they want to leave their station.
Yeah. Do we have sufficient police force to ensure safety of all the people?
I think no. In a Western country and a modern country, they have a their ratio police and people are quite comparable ratio. But in our country, we don't have sufficient police force. We should Our government should work on this sector to improve and increase their performance activities and manpower too.
Is it easy for police force to perform duty during political chaos?
No, it is not easy. It is very difficult. The political chaos period, they have to keep their patience and tackle this situation because it's a national issue. So it's not easy for them at all.
Do police take risk of losing their lives for the safety of the people and their property?
Yes, police take the risk of losing their lives because their challenges are different. They most of the time they need to work from remote place, any other place, in a road, highway, and some different circumstances compared to other profession. So it's challenging, and they can lose their life. We can keep our respect to those law enforcement agencies from our heart.
When do you go to the law enforcing agency?
Um,
When do you go to the law enforcing agency, or when do you go to the members of law enforcing agency? That means when do you go to
yeah,
the
yeah,
police station?
right, right, right. Basically, we go to the law enforcement agency when we fall victim to criminal activities, when we fall in a problem, face some challenging situation, and robbery happened with us. That time we go to uh, their station and report on that issue.
Are people afraid of police
Um, uh, in my
in
view,
our country? Are people afraid of police in our country?
many people of our country are afraid of police because our community police, beat policing is not proper work in our country. But day by day, gradually it improving. It
Okay.
improving, and
Okay. Yes. Is training necessary for the members of the law enforcing agency?
um, I think it's very important to take training for their own safety, own professional issue. They should training a lot. Training is very necessary for the member of the law enforcement agency because their challenges of their professional arena is a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why should a police officer be prudent?
Uh, a police officer should be present because he is to work with all works to of people. Their work are more related to people, though, so they need some extra quality in intelligence and intuition to help people and safety of the overall society, and they need this quality at all.
Do you find any difference between the work of a policeman and a psychiatrist?
Um, yes, I think so. A policeman start working with a person with suspicion, a criminal, or a person who fall in a problem, challenge, a new challenge. But a secretary start working with trust, with love and emotion, empathy for their client. One side is logically the work. Police mostly work logically and rule and law based their activities, but secretaries work more related to read people's mind and empathy to this their client. Uh, this is the difference.
Why do the terrorists remain scared at police?
Uh, because law enforcement is a very strict uh, uh, policy, so we should they are aware. Do not break rules, regulation. If anyone dishonor rules, regulation, and then they can be punished. So they should be
Why do
aware.
the terrorists remain? No. What will happen if there is no police in the street? What will happen if there is no police in the street?
I think um, if there is no police in the street, this is horrible. The criminals will looted the wealth and property of the people. Tourists and foreign people are not that safe, feel safe at that time. So it's a big problem in our society and economic sector both.
Okay. What is your expectation from the members of the law enforcing agency?
I expect that they will gain the trust and confidence of peoples through their work, discipline, and they should establish a role model for society, and then people follow their rules, regulation, respect themselves, and this force nowadays they sometimes they show their discipline, and society may change day by day what we see in our life.
Do the police neglect their duty?
Uh, in my view, some police may neglect their duties for excessive work stress, and it's a challenging work. So some others are more prudent, more skillful to handle new situation. Most of the time, skill and managerial capacity is the main problem. If those officials are more skillful, then this problem will be overcome like first world country in our near future.
What happens when police neglect their duty?
When police neglect their duty, many police get killed and their property is many looted, and some social chaos that happen. This these are the very horrible situation in any society, any country.
Do you have any plan to marry a police officer?
This is a interesting question, also a diplomatic question too. It has some pros and cons too. But in my point of view, I am not. I don't want to share with everyone. It's openly, but it has some pros and cons. One should one if one like to lead a life with safety, security, then he should marry a police officer. It's a pride and for a society, but other side is one can uh, dislike this profession for various causes. It should not enclose in openly. I think so. Thank you.
Well, now creative questions with vocabulary. Do you often get stuck in traffic jam?
Yes, yes. Usually, I get stuck with traffic jam when I go to my daily day-to-day work. Maximum time I face this problem. It's hampered my energy and time too.
Well, how do you feel when you get stuck in traffic jam?
Uh, Basically, it is a very common in our country. Most of the country have faced this problem. But when I stuck in a traffic jam, I usually keep myself in some breathing exercise, some meditation, So I feel it's a common thing. We have to adjust with this problem, and I am not uh, uh, bored at that time. Usually, I read some newspaper or uh, motivational book at this this type of time congestion period.
Okay. Is it difficult to have patience when we are in traffic jam?
Yes, yes, it is difficult to have patience because people have their work. They go to their work, and they have to make their appointment in right time. They have office, school, and college in their day-to-day life. So most of the time, it's difficult for those. But to remind this the regular traffic jam condition, if we try to get uh, away from our home is a little bit earlier, take a little bit time in our hand, then it will be easy for them to keep their patience in this situation.
Okay. Well, do people miss appointment because of traffic jam?
Exactly, I think so. Because sometime some VIP passing out in our city, and some accident or some other chaos happen in our locality. Those time one can miss their appointment because of traffic jam.
Okay. Well, do some people, next, do you think metro rail will play an important role to reduce traffic jam in Dhaka city?
Exactly. We're waiting for this great initiative. I think when Metro Rail will start, and that time our traffic jam reduced mostly
Will greatly reduce?
may reduce.
Okay. Well, then, do some people miss aeroplane because of traffic jam in Dhaka?
It's very rare because when it's the issue of air travel, people are more conscious, more aware of this traffic jam issue. They try to reach airport to take time on their hand. Most of the time, 4 to 5 hours before their departure time. So it's very rare they miss uh, their air yeah, during the
Yeah,
traffic jam.
do you think flyovers are playing an important role to reduce traffic jam?
Um, uh, I think it works a lot, but proper planning is needed when the flyover is built. Without proper planning when the this flyover built, that after it will be not helpful for the general user.
What is the economic loss of traffic jam?
It kills a lot of hours, and when people working hour reduce by this problem, and then it's directly affect their productivity and economy and some business perspective too.
Okay. Well, what do you do when you remain stuck in traffic jam?
Usually, I try to keep my patience and do some meditation or read some relaxing book like The Alchemist. This type of sort of study helped me to come in this situation.
Okay. Then, next question. Uh, What do you do when you remain stuck in traffic jam? Gone. Is there anyone who enjoys traffic jam? Is there anyone who enjoys traffic jam?
Maybe not. It is the ideal time, but if anyone are like to stay in a ideally all time, they may like to remain in this traffic jam.
What type of weather do you like most?
Mostly I like autumn season because that time weather changed and the wind flow are very much calm my inside. I feel refreshed at that time of this time the trees leaves are changing this time. It looks a very beautiful from inside.
Do you like foggy weather?
uh, Not mostly, but sometimes foggy weather feels our memory, good memory, bad memory. It's a different experience from different perspective.
Different types. Okay. What is rough weather?
Usually, the climate are changing rapidly. Carbon
Climate is changing.
carbon emission are increased nowadays.
Yeah.
So its effects are direct effects to the developed countries a lot. So um, the cyclone and mostly March April period there are very many uh, storm are happening nowadays. It's increasing and flood is the one of the problem in our country. So we have to aware in our environment and issue. Let's produce the carbon. It will improve the this rough weather and and so many natural calamities situation.
Do you enjoy cold wave?
Yes.
Cold wave. Do you enjoy cold wave?
No, not exactly. It's feel people lazy. Usually, I am not enjoy cold weather.
I didn't enjoy cold wave because it's really very difficult to adjust. Uh,
Adjust.
yes, adjust, and it's really tough to work to continue any work in cold wave. And
Yeah,
yes, it lose our productivity in that sense because the people who work in the field face real problems because they cannot go to the field and
yes,
suffer from cold related diseases that time. Okay.
exactly. Mostly outside, it is a surviving problem. And those who are not healthy, those have the cold problem, asthma
So
problem.
yes, children and elderly people suffer a lot during cold weather.
Older people are suffer more. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Shafiq has joined. Welcome to our speaking session. Mr. Shafiq, after many days, you have joined.
Sir, Assalamualaikum.
Islam, you may keep your video on. Keep your video on.
Video.
Is it difficult?
Okay.
Then communication
Welcome,
effective.
Shafiq Bhai.
Communication will be effective.
Thanks to join, Shafiq Bhai.
Yes, nice.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, after many days, we have got Mr. Shafiq with us. Welcome to this speaking session.
অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স মানে আসলে কি হচ্ছে স্যার?
Attendance has
কোপ আপ করতে পারছে না?
2 to 3 people are.
নাকি আপনার অনেকগুলো পরীক্ষা চলে আসছে?
Yes, that's another.
পরীক্ষা চলে আসছে অনেকগুলো।
Yes, that's why students have become busy in their academic study. But we have started Bible speaking, and that is going well. But here attendance is very poor. Anyway, we'll go to Mr. Shafiq after 5 minutes. By this time, Nabil, you have to answer another few questions.
Exactly.
Yes. Do you think Dhaka is colder?
Um, no, no, sir. Most of the time, the northern part of our country is more colder than Dhaka because those places are more near to the Himalaya and some place. So cold winter more effect on northern part of our country, not Dhaka. But when the শৈত্য প্রবাহ
Colder.
are,
When the sky blows,
are reaching a peak, that time Dhaka also uh, face this
yes,
problem.
when cold air blows or day temperature below falls below 10 degrees Celsius, then people living in Dhaka face cold or
Yes,
suffering. Yes, but Dhaka is not a cold city at all. This is a very
exactly.
hot city. Summer season is really difficult to tolerate weather. Anyway, is there any relationship between gentle breeze and mental state of the mind of people, Nabil? Is there any relationship between gentle breeze and mental state of the minds of people?
So, gentle breeze, what is the
And
stand?
the mental state of the minds of people, a mental state of the people. Mental
Gentle
state
breeze,
of the people.
what's the refers gentle breeze here?
মৃদু মন্দ বাতাস বাংলা মৃদু মন্দ বাতাস. Is
Yeah,
there
yeah,
a
yeah.
relationship between gentle breeze
Exactly.
and mental state of
Yes,
people?
exactly, exactly. I think this sometimes gentle breeze makes some makes us more cool and refresh our mind, change our mental states when we face uh, uh, this natural beauty. I think so.
Okay. Uh, do you have any experience of snowfall in your country?
No, I did not have any experience of snowfall because it's near 0 degree Celsius. But in our country, this is
Have
not
you heard
happening.
anything about snowfall? Have you heard anything about snowfall? How do people feel
Yes, yes,
in
yes.
such a weather?
People in the first snowfalls are very enjoyable. I think most of the people they enjoy. They go out from their home, feel this natural beauty, and take photos from that place. It's more charming to to see and enjoy the snowfalls at their first view.
Okay. Can you explain the term gloomy weather?
It's a very depressive weather. Most of the European countries, the northern part, are most of the time of the year are gloomy weather, dark weather. It's a the sun are not rise at that part of the world, so people are feeling depressed. They keep themselves inside their room and they are waiting for the new sunshine. Uh, it's much boring at that time.
Who are most affected during price hike? Who are most affected during price hike? When the prices of essential commodities go up, who are the most
Okay, okay, exactly. That people are mid level their income. Uh,
people earning lower wages and people earning limited wages are most affected people because when prices go up, they cannot buy things, they
effort.
cannot yes buy their necessary things, essential things, and they
Exactly.
have a lot of hardship. Yeah.
Exactly. They can afford at that time. Scarcity is the problem nowadays. We know that pandemic is a problem in this time. People buying capacity are not so well in this time, so they are mostly affected. Between mid class people, mid class employees a lot.
When do people suffer from worries and tensions?
When the economy are fall, scarcities rise. That time, people are suffer from worries
Not
and
আর বলা যাবে না, people suffer from worries and
yeah, yeah,
tensions. When the
exactly.
when prices of essential commodities rise and people have not money in their hands, or people have lost their job for some reasons or others, the time people suffer from worries and tensions. Say when natural disaster occurs, when any pandemic occurs, people suffer a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, okay, good. Your
Uh,
presentation is good. Please start your presentation. Now,
Thank you
okay,
so
now
much.
you have to start or say a few words about our today's topic. Today's
Yes, sir.
topic is what? It is uh, Sundarbans.
Exactly. This
Okay.
is a
Please give me a brief idea about the Sundarbans. Yes, this is our
yeah,
today's
yeah,
topic.
yeah.
Just 2 minutes, you will present it briefly.
Exactly. Thank you.
স্যার আমি একটু লিভ করি স্যার।
Want to say something?
হ্যাঁ, আমি আপনার ভিডিওটা দেখে নেবো ওখানে। আমি আসলে আমাদের ওই বলছিলাম শিফটিং এর বিষয়ে, যেহেতু গুলশানে আসছি, একটু আদারওয়াইজ বিজি আছি। আর আমাদের খুব চাপেও রাখছে, চাকরি বাকরি বজায় রাখা খুব মুশকিল।
Okay,
তো
okay,
আমি একটু লিভ দিই,
sure.
আমি ইনশাল্লাহ দেখে নেবো ভিডিওটা। জি,
Okay,
সালাম আলাইকুম স্যার।
Thank you, Shafiq Bhai, for your enjoying.
okay. Nabil, now
আসসালামু
Yeah.
a
আলাইকুম।
brief idea about the Sundarbans. Could
Yes,
you
sir.
give me a brief idea about the Sundarbans?
Yes, sir.
Start.
First, thanks to my instructor to give me opportunity say something about this beautiful forest, Sundarban. Literally, this forest translated as beautiful jungle. This forest lies in the vast delta on the Bay of Bengal and covers 10,000 square kilometer, of which about 6,000 square kilometer in Bangladesh. This is a big part of the area. This area covers many districts in our western southern part of our country. Sundarban is the largest single block of tidal mangrove forest in the world and recognized as World Heritage Site in UNESCO in 1997. It is a more prestigious for all of us. It's recognized from UNESCO. It is a World Top Heritage. The area in Sundarbans are mixed with some many things: forest area, grass braced, sandbars, some rivers. There are a lot of rivers surrounding in the Sundarban. Those makes this place very beautiful and very natural for natural forest at all. One thing is that it's very much interesting for all of the tourists because climates are diversity of climates here. The average annual temperature here in 30 degree and lowest recorded 21 degrees Celsius. The mean annual relative these forests are very much rich and diversified area because the mangrove forest are very much plant there are many other plants in this place, especially Golpata are very much renowned, and honey produced from bee here a lot. Um, the Sundarban is the biggest mangrove forest, as I say earlier. Natural beauty of Sundarban is eye-catching. People from rest of the world each and every year come to see this beautiful and magnificent forest, um, uh, because the Sundarban is famous for many things, especially what I said, honey, wax, and golpata. Their local people are depend on this honey collection and golpata collection. It is a local people's earning, one of the earning source for their life. This is also famous for Royal Bengal tiger and deer. This is a tourist spot which is visited by thousands of tourists every year. Most of the time, it's very much helpful for our growing economy and many other things. Because the most of the time, people are choosing to travel this place by various way. We can visit with air, with road transport and train. All are very much low cost for people. Poor people of nearby areas of the Sundarban enter the forest and collect honey, wax, and golpata. It is their day-to-day earning source. Very often, people enter deep forest for collecting honey and fall a target of ferocious tiger. It's hamper their wealth and their lives too. Therefore, many lives are lost forever. It's a great loss for their family. But it's their profession, local people's profession. They have to go inside deep forest to collect good honey from trees, and their uh, honey productions from bee is very popular all over the world, because the this place natural trees are a lot of natural trees in that forest. It's helps to build a house on bee's house. It is a common in the deep forest. This forest is a natural barrier, as I think it protect nearby areas from cyclone and other disaster. Last some a couple of year, Isla and some cedars, a lot of harm for our country. But this forest protect the initial force of the storm. But this in this way, Sundarban can help for whole country, their local people to protect their natural disaster from their his its own own existence. This forest is safe place for different wild animals. We know that deer, tiger, and many snakes are live in this place, and many other animals are in this forest. And economy, their role, there is animals' economic role also very important in our country. The Sundarban possesses more unique characteristics. It might be more one of the wonderful eye-catching places of the world. If proper steps are taken, some proper measures are taken in this place, it will be more helpful for economy too, because foreign tourists need some safety to travel a new place, but the communication are not
Thank you.
as
Nice.
good as
Your presentation is nice. Your presentation is okay. Fine. You have performed well.
Complete my presentation with I'm ready to. There are a lot talked today. It's a great pleasure for me to give me opportunities. Thank you, sir.
This is all about our today's session, and I will ask you to attend Sunday. Yes, Sunday BCS